Hello? Good morning?
Good morning,
Alright,
everybody.
alright. It's like, for some reason I lost audio for a second there. What's going on, everyone? I was playing with the buttons. Smileys, hundreds. Whoops. And put Fishymon in timeout. Wait, I got a super chat? How? I didn't even know that was on. Okay. Fishymon, I see what you did. 99 cents. Thank you, thank you. I didn't know
A
that was
super
on.
puke.
I didn't even know how
A
I guess it's
super
on by
poop
super poop.
default.
Is that what it is? I just see
I
99
don't
cents.
know.
Oh no, okay, the heart's in front of it. The little
It's a poop.
emojis.
A poop.
The little buttons I can push is in front of the emoji at the moment. Anyway, good morning, people. Sorry, I didn't know super chats are on. I'm gonna have to fix that, but I don't know how to do that right now. So sorry. I apologize, but I appreciate it. Thank you. All right, what are we doing here? Good morning, people. Good morning. Scotty Aquati, what's going on? Good morning. Oh, are you gonna be at the class, Scotty? You know you didn't make it last year, but we'll see you this year, hopefully. Bruiser, what's going on? Good morning. Am I seeing Bruiser CB and then a Ruser CB, or am I just hallucinating?
You're hallucinating.
Okay. Okay. John McKenzie, good morning. What's going on? Long Family Show. Good morning, good morning. RB, Ricky, what's up? Jeff Kane, good morning. Rob A, what's up? Agua Benita. I see people giving me the eyeball emoji. We gotta change that. Where was that? Jeff Kane, what's up, man? Aqua Benita. Good morning, good morning. Thanks for being here. All right, well, what do we got going on today? Not a whole lot. Jeff Kane, thank you, sir. Is it is it super chats or is it just super stickers?
It's stickers.
Okay, okay, okay.
Super stickers.
That makes sense. Okay. Well, thank you, Jeff. Thanks for the poop. Skitty
People should
Nonya,
poop
what's
all over
going?
this stream. Poop all over the stream.
All right. Is Fishyman quiet for everyone else? Because he's really quiet for me. So let me see if I can fix that.
Poop poop.
No?
Am I quiet for you guys? Should I be louder?
I don't know. Richard Reynolds, what's going on? RB Animals, thank you, thank you. Got the poop emoji going here today. Holy cow. Alright, so what's new in the fish room?
Killer Kitty coming in hard with the $3.
Yo, what's
It's
going on? My hero, I see it. Thank
a
you.
fox weirdo.
It's
Is it?
a little
Oh, my hero.
my hero, my
Sorry.
weirdo. That
You're
would
a
work better.
weirdo, so
Normally abnormal tone for fishy mode. Oh, I see. Okay, so his volume is good. He just seems mellow. Okay, that is a little odd. Maybe you want to check him out.
mellow fellow, yellow, mellow fellow.
So, what do we
Okay.
got going on today? Um, I got some fish. Well, I bought an anemone for my
And then
an
anemone,
anemone,
and then anemone, and an enemy.
anemone for my saltwater tank. Um, and I did a thing. I did a thing. We'll get into this.
I seen that, Scotty. Scotty said he's not quiet enough.
But anyway, thank you, Killer Kitty, for that super sticker. Thank you, Ricky, Jeff, and Fishymon. All right, let's see. Can we override this? Yes, we can override that. I don't know if we're gonna be able to see him though. All right, well, we'll get into that later. Let me switch cameras and I'll show you the anemone. The anemone. All right. There is so much glare in this.
Easy, easy like a Sunday morning.
Fishymon is always louder than you. Sometimes it's hard for me to hear you. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Is he still louder than me? Because I can always boost my volume. All right, let's get over here with this. And I could always make him quieter. Sup?
Or I can just boot you out of your own stream and take over your stream.
Alright, is that better on the glare?
A political coup.
Not much. There is a huge glare in there. Maybe. You know what? Here, let's try this. I don't know what the deal is with the glare today.
Bionic Bigfoot says he found my twin at PT. What's PT?
Physical therapy?
Oh.
Is that better? That is better. Right? Yes.
And let me guess, Dennis, you found him strangely attractive.
You were drawn to him, and you didn't know why. Alright. This is my saltwater tank. It has a new anemone in there.
An enemy.
And then an enemy.
An enemy.
Anemone. And then anemone. Oh. Alright. And then nem. It's anemone. 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 God, is that a hard word? And my face is still numb, so it's even harder to say. When I talk loud, it's equal. Mostly you speak softer at times. Alright. Well.
Yeah, and people don't really listen to you anyhow.
This is true. Well, I'm going to boost myself a little bit here. Just cuz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You boost yourself.
Yeah. That's right.
It's your birthday.
Okay.
Boost
so,
yourself.
Went to the local Petco and was just walking around, you know, like I do sometimes, and checking things out. And I started talking to the girl there about the clownfish and anemones, and she's like, well, we got a couple here. She pointed this one out, and she said that we had this one for a little while. Seemed to be doing good in the tank that they had, and looked pretty healthy. So I bought it.
It does. It does look healthy.
And I did feed it some baby brine, frozen stuff last night. Well, a bunch of frozen foods. It looked like it was eating it.
How can you tell?
Because it gets like it's kind of like, what's the word? Hydra, right? It's very similar, like that kind of same idea. It's like an ambush predator, I think. So like those little tentacles, when it touches something, it stings and paralyzes and then captures it.
Right.
And then it slowly draws it into its mouth. I don't know if you can see the mouth from here, but it does have a mouth.
In the middle of all them...
Yes. And it's a mouth/butthole. I guess it serves the same purpose. So.
Oh, shit.
What goes in comes out.
Wow. Same hole?
I believe. Just pukes it out. And it's, you know.
In and out the same hole.
Red Laser, what's going on? Good morning.
Well, I've been known to talk a lot of shit from time to time, so I can relate.
You can. Okay, let's get this 100%. Why not? There we go. Yeah, so. It's interesting. Can you see it? It looks like it's puckered up at the moment. I don't know. Can you see that?
Maybe it's blowing you a kiss.
It looks like it.
Either that or
it's getting ready to blow something else. Oh, that's just wrong. Okay. However, in this tank, right, well, this is the saltwater tank, right? Oh, my mouth butthole. Yep. Hey, now he's, I don't even know what's happening. I guess he knows he's on camera. Doesn't want to be seen.
Mike B says, I listen to Fishyman. He's the voice of reason.
Then when you don't win
an award for a fish or something.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, let's move on here. I have whatever. I had that. Remember that protein skimmer I got a few months ago? Well, it was the beginning of July. Now we're in August.
Yeah.
And I never set it up. Well, I think I have everything I need to set it up. I just don't know how to set it up. What do I do? Oh. I'm going to try
10% it. 10% rule.
10% rule, buddy. I got to find a spot to put this in the tank. Thinking behind that heater there on the left. Yeah. I believe I verified I had all the parts this morning. I just have to figure out the cup. And, what do you call it? And I guess put it in the tank. It's very dirty, very dusty. Alright, hang on. Let me get the book. We can set that up maybe real quick. See if it works. What the heck was that? Okay.
What?
I don't know, I kicked something. Kicked something across the universe.
Was it a snail?
No. Good question though. Choose the position, the protein skimmer inside your aquarium. Remember to clean the whatever. I'm going to use the lippy thing, I think, to hold it on. Let's see. Let's open this lid.
As opposed to
the suction cuppies. Yeah, because the suction cuppies, I got to go and clean the back glass or something. And you see what that glass looks like? I don't think it's ever going to get clean. But it comes with these little clips to hold something like on the back here, right? I mean, obviously this is the front, but I want to see if it fits before I go through the whole hassle of doing this. Yeah, that'll work, right?
I don't know. It's supposed to be submerged?
I think the collection cup is supposed to be out of the tank. I believe.
I don't know, so.
Well, let's find out before we set it all up. All right. Choose where to position the protein skimmer inside your aquarium. Remember to clean the aquarium surface carefully so the suction cups will adhere. When using the mounting bracket, the suction cups can be removed. Okay. Position the skimmer so that the water level is between the maximum and minimum water levels. There's a line here, right here. So maybe this is too high.
Richard Reynolds says yes, out of the water.
But we need to keep the water level between maximum and minimum. And right now we're already below the minimum, I believe. So maybe this is not going to work as a hang on the thingy. I think this is meant for more like a rimless tank because it would sit lower.
Unless you cut the rim right by where you're hanging it.
No, I ain't doing that. Alright. Well, I guess that leaves us with suction cuppies. Put the little suction
I once
cuppies
contemplated cutting the rim of that 90 you got.
Oh, jeez.
In two spots to put the hang-on backs.
Oh, yeah, because that is a big lip on that tank.
Yes, it is. I ended up just buying the 110s instead. Because I had 275s that I was trying to use on it.
Okay, we're going to have to get a little jiggy with it. Okay, let's set this away.
Cleaning.
I got to clean. I got to move some stuff.
The back glass?
Yes.
Well, just in that one spot.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you got to clean.
I got to go. Yeah, exactly. Well, I got to get the lid off. Hold on. Get the lid off. Do some stuff. Alright, bump that a little bit. Let me move this over here so it's not quite in the way. Probably want it a little higher so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. I guess step one is remove the lid. Be a good time to clean this lid.
Remove the lid.
Step one, remove the lid. Whoa. Try not to make a huge mess. Let's clean this lid real quick. Some dripping salt water everywhere. And why are you in here? Alright. Alright, it's gonna be a little loud. I'll mute myself. Fisherman can entertain you for the moment.
Amen. He's gone. Ah, yes. Peace and quiet at last. Hey, Victor. So far, it's good. Every day on the above ground is a good day. Put it that way. And, yeah. So, nothing new in my fish room. Just enjoying.
I heard you took some zebra danios out of your.
Oh yeah, I to all that were concerned that my bowl was not adequate for the zebra danios, I have removed them from the bowl, and they now reside in my leopard frog tank. They frolic freely in a 20 long now. I had quite a time trying to catch them out. I made a trap. Well, I made the same trap that Jason used one time to catch his guppies out of his tank. It's where you cut the soda, not a soda bottle. I use the water bottle. You cut the bottle and turn
same idea.
Turn it the spout inside of it and put some bait in there, and they swim in through the spout and can't get back out. I caught 2 of them like that, and the last one I literally had to empty the bowl until there was like half-inch of water in it to catch the last one out. It's always the last one that's the smartest,
you ain't
obviously.
wrong.
He's like...
Alright, I set the instructions down on top of that tank. Alright, I'm going to say that out loud so I can remember.
So that so everybody can remind me.
So everybody can remind me where the heck did I put those? And then I'll be like, oh yeah, it's over there.
What, on the 90?
No, it's on this 10-gallon over here.
Okay.
Alright, now what next? I guess I should stop the filter from flowing. So let's do that next. Okay. Maybe I should take this light off real quick.
Pocket today?
What's that?
You're not going to put it in your back pocket today?
Nah, I probably shouldn't. Come to think of it. Alright, I'm going to stick my hand in here. As dangerous as this is. I'm going to bury.
What are you going to bury?
Sometimes this this macroalgae, whatever the heck it is, I'm getting my shirt wet. It gets loose and tears off and then gets stuck in the filter. However, I don't know if you can see that, but it's got a pretty good little root system on it. So a lot of times, I just bury them, and then they start propagating. Or I bury them.
See.
But they do creep around like a vine, right? And they just attach themselves.
I get it.
Get it? Alright, I need something to clean that glass.
You got a super sticker for 99 cents from Jeff Kane.
Thank you,
Smiley
Jeff.
face.
Right on, Jeff. Thank you very much.
Oh no,
do I have to? I literally have to read like to see what the sticker is to see. You can't even tell me what a sticker looks like. All right, where's my phone?
Surprise face.
Let me see it. Oh yeah. Looks like he's drooling.
Hanging out.
He's drooling. That's funny. don't know what that is, but it's funny. Alright, I was looking for my razor blade.
He's drooling.
Drooly. I had a razor blade somewhere. Guess I don't anymore. It's probably out here.
Richard is asking, have you ever bred threadfin rainbows?
No, I haven't. I do have some, and I believe I have at least one female, and I was very tempted with doing that. Just haven't. And I don't really know what's stopping me.
Are they old enough to breed?
Yeah,
The ones you have.
I'm pretty sure I've had them like probably 6 months now. Maybe less. I had them a little while. But they're definitely like adult size, I think. I could show them. Actually, I have the camera right on right now.
Victor is asking. Victor Coco is asking, Jason, is that living rock in the center of your tank?
Well, yeah, I guess it is now. It was like the Carib Sea, like base rock stuff. But I guess if it's been in the tank long enough, it becomes live rock, right?
I don't know.
That's what
I
think so. I think that's how that works. Ow! God damn it! Oops, sorry. Just pierced myself on one of those stupid snails.
They're on the
they're
glass
on
too?
No, they're on the probes, and yeah, they're probably on the glass too. Alright, let's see. Somewhere around here is where this is going to be. I should probably get the water change thing out.
The python water change thing.
Thank you. Words are hard today.
And Jeff Kane is saying that it does become live rock over time.
Yeah, live rock just means that it has the beneficial bacteria already kind of seeded in it, right? I believe. Why do I have all this over here?
So in other words, when you buy if you buy live rock for your aquarium, it's coming out of an existing tank?
Yes, and that's part of the problems with buying live rock is sometimes you buy all the unbeneficial things too.
Well, you already got unbeneficial things.
Right.
So.
Yeah, and I didn't even have to do that, but they could have came in, like if I bought, like, let's say I bought live rock that had, if I were to give somebody this and sell it as live rock, they're going to get vermitid snails everywhere.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, I dropped something. This is missing something. Oh, there it is. It's a little regulator valve.
T.
Hey, what's going on, Mirk?
Here.
I guess we'll have to figure this out in a sec. I'll leave that sitting right there. Whoa. Let's put this in.
Jeff says also you get algae, microorganisms, etc.
Yeah. But sometimes that stuff's beneficial, right? I gotta pull this apart again.
Not the algae.
Well, I mean, algae's a neutral, or like a equalizer, right? The reason you're getting algae is because it's helping in your tank, right? It's helping to balance the nutrient load.
Killer Kitty says, can you get anything that eats those evil snails?
I thought I tried. There's some conjecture about the what do you call it?
Patty's here. She says, good morning, all. I need to say hello and then lurk.
Hello, Patty. Thanks for being here. Hope you're doing
away,
well this morning.
Patty.
Hope you're doing good this morning.
Lurk away.
Lurk away, Patty.
I love it when you lurk, Patty.
She's a lurker. There we go. Okay. Alright, I believe I fed that the way I need it. I had to...
And Jeff says, yes, definitely beneficial that the algae is too.
Yeah, it does its, all right, this is, oh no. This is going to be a problem, isn't it?
What?
That this, lip is like right where the cup is going to be collecting. So I might have to cut this lid, or the rim. Oh,
You got a Dremel?
I do have a Dremel.
Maybe
Where did
you
that
could
go?
just etch out a notch in it.
Yeah, that's what I would do. I'm just trying, I want to see, let me see where the cup is first, see if that's actually going to be a problem. Before we get too crazy with that.
Before you get too jiggy with it.
Too jiggy with it? Alright, let's double check.
Double check.
Maximum, minimum. Yes. Let's put this on here. It might be tight. Hang on.
That's what she said.
Water level. Collection cup. For heavily stocked aquariums or for dark foam skimming, lift the collection cup and lower the O-ring gradually. Startup level. Something like that. Okay. Let's see if we can achieve that with that lip in the way. First of all, push this on there to make sure it's on there. I think that little rubber thingy's got to go under. It's going to be a big pain in the ass. It's already pulling off one of them. Yup. It's in the way. 100% in the way. Just barely, though. Okay, well, that makes a whole new interesting thing here.
Interesting thing.
Yeah, let me figure out where I'm gonna actually put this thing, like on a permanent basis. Oh, here, let's move this. Yeah, let's get. I don't want to touch anything that's in the tank because I don't want to get zapped. And by zapped, I mean snailed.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And that is maximum and minimum, right? This does have to come
Too
up.
bad you couldn't put like a piece of glass in the back there to raise it
Move it
off of
away. Yeah.
the back
Well, there's an idea.
slightly.
Problem is I'd have to. I don't know how deep I have to get into
You
that.
would have to glue it on, and that's not feasible.
No.
Suction cup
else
a
isn't
piece
feasible?
of glass. What?
The way that just came apart. It has to be pretty thick glass. Let's see. That is a good idea, though. That might be the better option, honestly. Just trying to think of how thick. And do I have glass?
But the thing is, how are you gonna keep the glass attached to the back of the tank?
Well, I guess you could always drain and silicone something. Like, it doesn't have to, it just has to be a little bead of silicone like at the top to hold it, right?
Right, yeah, I guess.
It doesn't have to be like structural or anything like that. It's just got to adhere. Huh. This is a dilemma. Maybe we should. Well, one thing's for sure, these suction cups are pretty decent.
Too bad you couldn't. Maybe you could design something with your 3D printer.
Like a better clip. Bigger clip.
Yeah. Or,
Dude,
yeah.
That is actually a really good idea. Maybe we should hold this project
Vanowski, good morning.
It's not a bad idea, dude. Make a better thingy instead of this that clips on
RB
the
wants
rim.
to know how your chart is doing.
My chart is off the chart. We may have to try that 3D printer idea, man.
3G, what about magnets?
Yeah. Well, the problem is how am I gonna? I guess I'd have to glue the magnet on here, and then magnet it.
If you get a thick magnet.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I mean, maybe.
1/2-inch magnets? Would 1/2-inch be enough spacer?
But first of all, magnets aren't the some magnets, depending on the, I guess. I don't know if that's metal, like metallic. Isn't that going to be great in water, especially salt water?
Come on, man. They use magnets in tanks all the time.
Yeah, but they're like where? Where are they using magnets in the tanks all the time?
Those wave makers.
Yeah, but that's all protected. They're all covered magnets. It's not like they're exposed. They're like encased in rubber and stuff. I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad idea. Some magnets, it depends on. I guess it depends on the magnet. Some magnets are iron. Some of them are ceramic, but they got like a metal coating on them.
Yeah, maybe you can get a coated magnets.
Right now, I think that 3D printer idea is probably the easiest. It's just a matter of designing it.
Because I have a dosing clamp for, I guess, for a saltwater aquarium or something. I think it came with that 90-gallon.
A dosing
The guy
clamp.
had given it to me. Yes, it's magnetized. It has magnets to hold it onto the glass, and it's so that you can run tubes into your tank for dosing.
Yeah, but that's like a temporary thing. You're not keeping it in your tank 24/7. That's where I get worried. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm probably paranoid for no reason, but
the one that goes in the tank is coated.
Okay, there you go. Well, I get
So
some
I
coated
can
magnets
give
in
you
it.
that, and you could glue that onto the one that goes in the tank onto the back of the unit, and then magnetize it with the one for the outside.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. It's not a bad idea, but at the end of the day, I could do everything we're talking about here with a 3D
okay,
printed.
Well, just do your 3D printer shit.
And I have everything I need. I just need to design it. You know what I'm saying? All right.
Long Family Show says Home Depot has coated magnets.
Yeah. All right. My big
Jeff
thing is
Kane
I would have to attach the magnet somehow physically to the protein skimmer. Like I'd either have to glue it. You know, it's not like there's any place for magnets to attach.
Got a hot glue gun to go.
True.
That's what you got a hot glue gun for.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, true. All right, so, but we definitely needed to come out like an inch. We got to figure out.
That far.
Well,
you have to offset it an inch.
I'm thinking because maybe not entirely an inch. I'm just thinking like off the top of my head here.
All right.
I mean, oh, you know what?
To clear the lip.
Honestly, this whole process is probably not even gonna. It ain't gonna work the way I have this set up anyway.
What do you mean?
Because the glass lid is too big. Yeah. Let me see. Where's the cup? Here it is. Yeah, I won't even be able to access.
It's gonna stick above the tank.
It's gonna stick above the lid.
Yeah.
And the lid, I can't even see where that is. Yeah, the lid is.
it doesn't have that plastic part at the
Yeah,
back
but that
that you can
plastic part,
cut out.
yeah, it is, but the glass is too long, too big. So it almost have to separate. This is becoming more of a pain in the ass. I'd almost have to do a different kind of lid.
Mm.
Like, all right, I guess I can show you since you're all sitting right here, right? Here's the size of the cup, right? I guess you can't
And
really.
it's wider than the plastic
It's
part.
wider than the plastic part. Like, see where that? It would be probably about a ½ inch into that glass.
Yeah. You would have to
And this is a
notch the
little bit
glass.
bigger, right? So that you, yeah, or I'd have to like get rid of the, do like a sliding thing, kind of like I did on my other tanks. Just cut
Yeah.
this, get rid of this hinge. Basically, put the slides on the side here, and then one lid slides top of the other. And I keep it back far enough. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't know. This has become a big pain in the ass. Let's plug this back in. We got to go back to the drawing board here.
Aqua Bonita says now you need to build a custom wooden lid.
Yeah, like
Next
one of
week's stream.
yeah.
Jeff Kane says glass cutter time.
Oof, that's some thick glass right there. I don't know. I'm gonna try and get this big wad of junk I just knocked loose.
Maybe if you could get that cut, then you could use that as a spacer.
Huh. Yeah, you're right. All this junk I pulled off the glass.
Because you don't really need a glass spacer to be the full length of the
No,
unit.
it just
All
has to
you
be
really need it is where the suction cups are.
correct. But the suction cups are pretty much the entire unit. Well, there's 3 suction cups. I'll show you in a sec. Just trying to get some of this junk that I knocked around. Didn't clog the filter. All stuff I pulled off the back glass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, well. We're going to have to go back to the drawing board for a minute. I guess the other option is not put a lid on this tank. But, you know, that's going to be Salt Creek City.
3G said cut some of the lip off the rim. I'm starting to think that might be the easiest route.
Actually,
right
that wouldn't be. That probably would work if I cut some of the rim, and then it probably might be just enough to get in there.
And you won't have to cut the glass lid.
Right.
If
Maybe.
it might send it close enough to the.
We're gonna have to measure that. Cut, measure twice, cut once.
Because if you think about it, cutting the lip on just that corner is not going to compromise your frame.
And I'm just cutting it back to basically that little, like, what do you call it? The flat part where you would connect to. That's really what. About this.
And the only reason they put that lip is to hold your lid.
Yeah. And if it's missing in one spot, then the rest, you know, it'll be all right. It'll be all right.
It'll be okay.
It'll be okay. Will I be okay? We don't know. But it will be okay. Algae City. Well, let me take a look at that real quick and see if that is even viable. Maybe I should get a measuring device. A device that which measures.
Richard wants to know, Jason, don't you have a sump under that tank?
No, I don't. I don't. I don't. The only thing under that tank is a 55-gallon freshwater for my fire mouse geos. What am I looking for? Ruler.
Whip's World is here. What's
Whip's
up, Whip?
World. Party time. What's going on, Whip?
Jeff says, cut first, panic later.
Cut twice.
It's good content.
Yeah, true. I used to have a little metal ruler sitting here. I do have dial calipers. I don't know if I have them. I guess that would be big enough. That would be big enough for that. Let's try that. Let's see. This does inches. Yep. It does up to 8 inches. Come on now.
3G says, I have several tanks with the lip adjusted for when I use HOBs, which is what we were just talking about, how I almost adjusted
exactly.
the lip on the 90 to put the 75 hang-on backs as opposed to buying the 110 hang-on backs. Because that lip on the 90 is...
It's thick. That is a big lip.
Yeah.
That's a big lip.
Compared to like 55 gallons and
yeah, exactly.
20 gallons and shit like that.
It's actually like the same lip that's on the 125. It's like that big thick lip.
Thick lip. So the only HOB that can fit over that is a 110.
All right, let's take this off while we're doing these measurements. Let's make sure that lid is as far forward as I can get it. Yep, that's good enough. All right. Let's take a measurement. If I were to cut the lip back to, I guess we gotta just do this. I'm gonna hold it to that. I wore a belt today, people.
My Fish Tanks Aquatics is here.
1.9 inches, 965. So that's like almost, it's like a, and that's a pretty conservative estimate. Even if I cut the rim, we're going to be short.
What?
Do you see where the dial calipers are right now? You see the width?
Yeah.
If I cut the rim back to where the glass, wherever the top is, it still leaves me like a ½ inch short.
That's what she said.
Yes. Yes, indeed. So this, at the end of the day, what it looks like to me is I need to cut the glass. Either way, I need smaller glass in this back piece here.
You mean the lid?
The lid, yeah, that's what I mean, the glass lid. I guess I could get a different lid.
But if you cut the rim, the lip,
yeah,
it will fit though.
Then I would.
About the lid.
No, if I cut the rim, it leaves me this short.
I mean fit the lid, but what about fitting the
fitting the what?
The actual unit.
Wait, I don't understand what you're asking me.
The lip will not be. If you cut the lip,
if I cut the lip,
be able to attach the unit in there. It's just the lid wouldn't be able to fit on.
Yes, you're right.
Right now.
Right,
okay.
But at the end of the day, if I have to, if I cut the lip,
make a new lid.
If I cut the lip and put the unit up against it, like suction cup it on there, right? I still can't use the lid because it's not going to fit. So at the end of the day, I'm creating 2 problems instead of 1. Why don't I just get another lid or whatever and not cut the tank? Right?
Yeah, but is it gonna? I thought the lip was intruding on the unit fitting on.
Well, with the suction cups, yeah. But if I 3D print that bracket, then that's gonna solve that whole problem. right? And that's just a matter of a couple designs, and then the time it takes to print. Color Guppies, what's going on? And
You
thank
know
you for
what?
the super chat. Your super
You
sticker.
do you, man.
Magnets. Who else is here, man? A lot of people are coming in here. 310 Aquatics, what's going on? All right, where are we at here? Cut off some of the lip rim. Oh, well, yep. Let's start printing.
Deja vu. You know
Okay,
what?
at the end of the day, you would rather me cut my fish tank rim than 3D print something, is what you're telling me. And either way, I got to do something with the lid because the lid ain't going to fit if I cut the tank or don't cut the tank. The lid ain't going to fit. So I'd rather not cut the tank if I don't have to. It's just a matter of printing a bracket.
Yeah, which you will probably print in the next year or so.
You're just pissed because I haven't printed anything for you. I print stuff. It's been a little while, but I have printed some stuff. I got to print myself another one of those Python adapters because I broke mine. Well, mine's got a crack in it, so. Okay, well, we're going to put this project on hold for now.
Whip says, I don't know about the rest of you, but I was blessed enough. I wasn't blessed enough to need to cut the top to get it to fit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's a problem that Jason don't often run into.
Being blessed.
No.
Oh.
Having to cut it to fit it.
Yeah. All right. Well, at the end of the day, putting the lid back together. I'm going to put all the stuff back in the box so they don't scatter it and lose things. Right? In there, in there, in there.
Jason's just afraid to cut first and ask questions later.
Well, I have no problems cutting the lid, but at the end of the day, it's going to be a process because, you know, I have to. There is a, you know, a fish tank below it with fish in it. So if I cut the lid, then I got to worry about plastics in the tank, all that good stuff. And I think if I just 3D printed it.
That's what they have rags for.
Yeah. I mean, it would be a, you know, it wouldn't be that hard, but it would be a pain. If I took it all the way back to the glass.
Deja vu. This is deja vu all over again. For like when we were trying to persuade you to do your sump a different way, and you insisted on doing it your way.
What are you talking about? I didn't insist on, like, all right, I had a vision for that sump, and let mind you, the sump works fine. There was a slight design flaw that I overlooked, I agree, but at the end of the day, it works. Now,
if you are going to do it your way, why even ask for suggestion?
I did get the suggestions. The cutting is a good suggestion. However, I don't know if it's necessary at this moment. Okay? So I'm not going to cut anything until I'm entirely sure that I need to. I'd rather have an intact tank than a non-intact tank. Rim. Right?
Jeff says, I'm with 3G.
We're here for the
Hinge
disaster.
out temporarily, then a slider top.
Say that again? Something.
I'm with 3G. Hinge out temporarily, then a slider top.
Hinge out temporarily. Oh, like make the top into a slide, right? Yeah. That's actually probably one of the best ideas. That way, that kind of moves the whole thing back.
Peplin, good morning.
Good morning, Peplin. Oh, speaking of Peplin, and Patty's here too. Remember those Amazonas magazine giveaways? Apparently, the link I clicked on was a dead link, or it was to an offer that wasn't. Either way,
I
Eduardo's the one that turned me on to. Told me that the guy at Amazonas, like, he's like, by the way, Amazonas doesn't know anything about those subscriptions. I was like, what? So I talked to the guy. He's like, yeah, we got no. And he's like, where did you get this link? Well, I showed it to him. He's like, oh yeah, we don't even have a partner with those people. Well, what happened was when I bought the subscription, probably like a week, 10 days later, they refunded the money. And then I bought Patty's subscription, and then a week to 10 days later, they refunded the money. However, I've gone back and have now officially gone through the official correct website and redid it. So they said October you should have your first issue. And I believe I used your email, Brian, and Patty's, one of her emails. And you should be able to log in for the digital subscription. So whatever email you sent me for your address is the email I used.
Patty says, "You're so lucky, Potshot Patty, out of commission today, and I'm not giving you one effing dollar."
Thank you, Patty. I didn't.
Good morning.
I didn't even know you could do that. Honestly, that I didn't know that I had super chick stickers enabled. There are no super chats, so I managed to not turn that on. $1.99 from Scotty Quaddy behind the scenes. All right, buddy. Thank you. Thank you.
I didn't even see that. Oh yeah, I did. I'm not used to this being in a stream that's monetized.
$20. Jesus, epic.
3G, $20.
Oh, epic fail.
Damn right.
Damn.
3G.
Man.
Epic fail. That is so right.
I guess you called that, huh?
You should pin that to the top of your chat right there.
Oh, it'll be up there for a while.
Epic fail.
Oh. Maybe this super sticker was not a good idea. I didn't know you could do that. All right. Well, I'll accept it. Thank you. Thank you for pointing out my fail. And moving on. Here's some rainbow, threadfin rainbow. Oh, that's too funny. So we got to go back to the drawing board. I thought that would be a lot easier. Of course it's not easy, right? Why would it be easy? These guys are looking good, though. Gotta admit that. Gotta admit it. Oops. Helps if I center the light. I don't know how that's looking for you guys, but it's looking good for me. Now, can we talk about the new thing?
Peplin says, screw the visual, I need to touch it.
Yeah, I know. That's kind of the same way. I don't even go to the digital one. But at the end of the day, you have access if you want to check it out. Sometimes there's, the articles that they have in the Amazonas magazine, a lot of times they have their sources on the web. Like if you wanted to get more information, like where they got their article information from, they give you like, okay, check out these sources. The online's good for that.
Can I ask you a question?
You can ask. Okay.
What is that? Is that moss?
Yeah, Java moss, I think. I believe I got that from Color Guppies, actually.
It's growing very strangely.
It's growing towards the light, and the light's usually in the back of the the one side of the tank.
My moss, for some reason, anyway, I got a lot more flow in the tank that I have moss only.
Yeah, this one I think is
it kind of clumps and balls up and stuff. You know, it doesn't. You see how that moss is just like
stretching, reaching.
Yeah.
I think it's because it's not getting enough light, honestly. But who knows? Yeah, he's doing okay. It's just more or less for.
He says I need to go and clean the turtle pond.
Yeah, you should clean that. Turtles are disgusting
animals.
Turtles
are pretty messy, yeah.
Turtles are very messy.
I used to have a red air slider. I
got
it at the farmer's fair there was a guy selling red-eared sliders,
Yeah.
and just as I paid him and received my turtle, along came a lady and in, informed him that it's illegal to sell turtles in New Jersey. So he packed them all away and put them away. But I had gotten mine just before he did that.
That's funny. He absolutely knew it was illegal. He was just trying to get
And
away with it.
so I put that turtle in a tank and used to feed it feeder goldfish. And it got to be about, I would say, about 6 inches before I got rid of it. It grew pretty fast, and but I would have to clean that tank out like so often because, man, he would shit a ton.
Man. Yeah, they're nasty. I don't think I've ever owned a turtle. Like, well, we had like box turtles or something. Like, when I was a kid, a neighbor of mine had like a pen and had a whole bunch of box turtles in there. We used to go down there and check them out.
PN PNW
Right.
Aqua says it might be a flame moss.
It might be. Here's the other thing I got at Petco the other day. And this is a controversial thing. It is a glowfish. Rainbow shark. It's a blue one. Kind of hard to see because he's,
I think I just seen his tail.
Yeah, he was hanging out in there. Can't handle the 6-incher from Fishroom. Live action. Anyway, yeah.
That's as good as it gets, Peplin. I'm sorry.
Oh, my fish tanks aquatics. Good morning. Thanks for being here.
Ricky says, well, it's been about 2.5 months since the last time the turtles pond's been cleaned, since I've been working night shift.
On the night shift. Anyway, there he is. You can see him on the bottom.
Oh yeah.
He's
Doesn't seem to be glowing.
No, well, they only do that in the fluorescent light, which I don't
Special
think.
light.
Yeah, I don't think that's really good for fish either way. Like that light, it's like way too much. Can you imagine being in a black light all the time? Your eyes would bug out.
Yeah.
Probably go
My
blind.
teeth look yellower than normal. They already look yellow, but in a black light they look fluorescent yellow.
Glowfish. Yikes. Unsubscribe. Now hang on here. I got this for 2 reasons. One, because I thought it was a cool little fish. Whatever. The rainbow shark. The blue one looked interesting. Second reason I got it, well, there's a couple reasons, more than two, I guess. I got it kind of like, I don't even know how to describe this. I don't even know if it makes sense, but it makes sense to me. It's kind of like that. The rainbow fish, this rainbow shark did not ask for this, right? But here it is, right? Just trying to slog it along like the rest of us. So that's a reminder to me that sometimes, you know, I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. It's not the fish. Can't blame the fish for being alive, right? Somebody created this fish. It's out of the fish's hands. He's just now a thing in the universe like the rest of us, right? So that's like a little reminder to me that, it doesn't matter where you come from, you're here.
You ever seen that little guy in videos going bullshit, bullshit, bullshit?
It's my little, Taoist or whatever you want to call it, philosophy in life here. We're all
That
just
was
swimming
just
in
a
the
load
stream,
of
man.
bullshit, bullshit. When people buy these fish, it perpetuates
It does perpetuate the problem. I agree. Same thing
the
with those bettas.
problem.
But how many people buy bettas from Petco? They don't seem to have a problem with that. And those are probably bred in worse conditions than these things are. So I don't know. I don't necessarily think that we should be doing like the whole like splicing genes into DNA or whatever, splicing DNA into genes, whatever the word is, however they work it, gene
What
manipulation.
about them? They actually tattoo fish too, as well.
Yeah, that's another process. Painted them, whatever they call them, painted fish. But you know, I did ask this question on my community tab too. Like, would we have ever selectively bred a fish like this? No, because you know how are you going to get jellyfish DNA into? You know what I mean? That had to be genetically modified.
I
However,
mean,
look at all the fish that we do selectively breed and what we've done to them. Is that right? Look at all those
parrot
goldfish.
cichlid.
Yeah, parrot
Those.
cichlids, but look at all the goldfish with like the bubble eyes and the, you know,
Mm, shrimp
deformed things that can
bladder
barely even swim,
problems
right?
because they're so deformed, grotesquely
Tribute to Pee Wee
pot-bellied.
Herman. Yeah, I no, you're right, Whip. I agree. It's two-edged sword.
I mean,
But, you know,
it's like
apparently that market's thriving because I've noticed a lot of these like big box pet stores have dedicated like quite a few more tanks to these glowfish, right? And they're definitely coming out with doing different ones all the time. So
3G says same thing. Flower horn.
yeah, flower horns. Yeah, that's a big one too, right?
It's genetically modified.
Yeah, but it's just us that you know selectively bred those genes as opposed to just going in a lab and being like doot doot doot.
Another fish is the red Texas cichlids.
Yes, any of those hybrid
Those
cichlids,
are
right?
those are hybrids.
They
There's
would have.
no red Texas in the wild. They cross them with different fish like parrots and stuff like that to get that red coloring in them. The Texas cichlids.
Yeah, very true. Good
Debs.
morning. Good morning, Debs.
Hey Deb.
That's funny.
What? What's funny?
That Agua Bonita said like fishy mons and his glowing yellow teeth swimming in the stream.
Yeah, it's you know.
Mickham's innocent, he says. All right, Mickham. And good morning. And good morning, Greg's Catfish Cave. I'm doing your job now, Fishymon. I don't know. All right, well, that's what I
Yeah,
got.
well,
This guy, he
you're
looks like.
doing my job only because of your epic fail with setting up that um what is it called again? The protein skimmer. Because you would have been doing that right now had you not had that epic
It would have been
fail.
up and if, you know, ideally I would have just threw it in the tank, plugged it in, and it would be working just fine. Skimming the protein
If
away.
it had it not been for that epic fail,
Had it not been for the epic fail,
you would have not been reading this right now because you would have been doing that. So don't blame it on me that you're doing my job. The only reason you can do my job
all right,
is
Whip.
because you failed.
Whip says hybrids aren't the same as genetically manipulating an animal. Hybrids are just two normal fish bumping scales when they probably shouldn't be. Okay, now, bear with me, Whip. One fish, let's say fish A, right, and fish B. They get together and they put their genes together and create a fish C. Now, those fish would have never been together if we wouldn't have put them together for them. So we have manipulated them into a position where they can mix their genes, right? So it's not genetic manipulation, but it is a type of genetic manipulation because we're the ones putting the genes in the position, right? It's kind of like selective breeding. It's the same idea. We're not genetically manipulating or modifying anything, but we are manipulating the genes by selecting what we're breeding and what we're not breeding. So it's the same thing
John
like dogs,
McKenzie is
right?
right. John McKenzie's right. People have been modifying animals
There,
for tens of thousands of years.
exactly. It doesn't look like we're going to stop anytime soon.
All the different breeds of dogs, like you were gonna say,
Yeah, exactly. That's it. Like
is a result.
it's not manipulating
Is
the
a
genes, but it is
direct result of us,
not manipulating the genes,
modifying.
but I don't even know how to say it. Like selectively breeding, I guess it's the same idea. Like you're modifying what animals get to be born.
It's like culling shrimp.
Exactly, it's the same idea. It's the same process. At least, I mean, yes, genetically modifying something is completely different. That involves like science and labs and gene
Yeah,
splicing, right?
right. A
But yeah,
stiletto knife comes into my
I don't
mind,
know if
but I know
like all
that's
right,
not how they do it.
I don't know if flowerhorn parrots swim in the same water. I know that like the parrot cichlid or whatever it was, those things would have never been had we not introduced it, like because they came from entirely different waters, right? However, they were similar enough genetically they could breed, kind of like guppies and endlers, right?
Mm.
There's another example. All the guppies out there with their, green Moscows or the Viennas or whatever. It's all a matter of what genes you allow to move on. But yeah, it is completely different than genetically
Google
modifying
blocked
something.
Google blocked his message.
Oops.
But full disclosure, I have a red Texas and a flower horn, so I might just be talking out of my ass.
See, you're gonna defend your fish, but you're gonna yell at me for mine. I see how it is. No, it's,
Nobody's yelling at
it's,
you.
I,
They're just saying they're gonna
that's all
unsubscribe.
right. That's good. That's fair. Yes. Well, yeah. No. Either way, like what I'm saying, like that's it. And I'm not judging here, man. And that was my whole point. Is that fish didn't ask to be alive, but it is now swimming with the rest of us, right? So, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna take away its life because you don't agree with it?
No,
Does that
but
mean
you're
you can
gonna
give
leave
life
him
to
in the
things that
pet
you
shop.
do agree with?
Nobody twisted your arm to buy him.
Exactly. I didn't buy it. I mean, wasn't
Oh,
forced to
you
buy
were
it.
given to him.
No, I wasn't
You were
forced to buy
given
it. I
him.
was saying nobody forced me to buy it. Nobody coerced me. I thought it would be an interesting fish to see what it looks like long term, and seeing
Micken
them under
says,
that
"I'm not
black light
happy."
is, I mean, this fish is normally like a black body with red fins, right?
Um,
Now it has a blue body with like
Micken
red
says,
fins.
"I'm not happy when people breed. Why should it be happy when animals do it?"
Yeah, there's too much breeding happening, man. Gotta call, gotta call the herd. Yeah,
Keith
it's like that.
says, "I do not promote activity hybridizing fish here."
I do not promote actively hybridizing fish here. I agree. I don't think we should be hybridizing fish at all. When you mix different species on purpose is wrong, in my opinion. Right. Well, everybody has their opinion on that. Some people are like, "Oh my God, we're introducing new genes and creating new things, and that's how we end up with the flower horns and all those whatever." And I mean, those flower horns are growing
Have you
for
never watched
hundreds and
Jurassic
hundreds
Park?
of dollars for the high-end ones.
Have you
So,
never watched Jurassic Park?
yeah, I have. Scientists were so concerned with whether they could, they didn't stop to think if they should, right?
Um, they used the DNA of a frog to to splice in with the DNA they found for the
See,
dinosaurs.
that whole, I mean, first of all, that
To
movie
fill
came
in
out
the
when? Like
missing
in the
gap.
90s? It's been around for a while. But yeah, there's some definitely like not good science in that movie. Right? One of the things I believe is like, first of all, DNA has like a half-life of like, I don't know, whatever. Anything past like 60,000 years is DNA is probably nothing you can, there's no DNA left. Right? So the fact that we got with 60 million old dinosaur DNA. Second of all, dinosaurs are more closely related to chickens and birds than they are amphibians. So why the hell would you splice in
And
frog DNA? You'd want chicken
Whip
DNA.
says also full disclosure, on the record of getting pissed when people jump in their high horse saying this or that. Fish don't belong in the hobby. F you, I don't need you telling me what I can keep.
Exactly. That's right, man. That's the other
What
thing.
was that song what was that song we were singing the other day? F the fish police.
That's right. F the fish police. That's right. That's one of the things, yeah, we were talking about because I told him I got this fish and he was like, oh man, the fish police are going to be out. And I, conjured up the old Stephen P. F the fish police. But yeah, I agree with that sentiment. Like at the end of the day, man, it's your hobby, and if you like to fish, then go for it, man. Like no, I'm not judging anybody here, right? It's another reason why I got this fish. F the fish, please. But yes, I don't, I'm on the fence about the whole genetic manipulation thing. But at the end of the day, it's here. We'll see what happens. Okay, knock on wood.
Pian Aqua says,
Steve
I
lives.
also believe that all pugs should immediately be spaded or neutered.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, see, then we're getting to that whole selective line breeding thing that gets too far, right? Maybe that's a little too far when the dogs can't breathe or whatever, the fish can't swim. That whole thing. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's an interesting topic.
You know what it is? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
That's it.
Some people are gonna like it, some people are not. It's the way of the world.
That's it. Some people drive Subarus, some people don't. Some people are smarter.
Everybody has their opinion. Everybody has their opinion.
Yep.
And you know what they say about opinions. So.
Yep. Like Fishymon. They stink. Oh, let's see. Do I have? So if I hang that on the back of the glass, I'm going back to change an entire subject here. Yeah, let's go look at the thread fins.
KJ says if you guys buy foods from me to feed the freak fish, I will be happy.
Oh yeah, Killer Kitty had a question. I think it was Killer Kitty. Hold on. Where is it? Let me scroll up. If two glowfish breed together, do they have glowfish babies, I'm guessing? Yes. As a matter of fact, they do. That's also part of the concern is that, if these genetically modified glowfish get into waterways that, the natives inhabit, then that could be a problem.
Come on, that is a problem with any
Exactly.
invasive fish.
Well, I'm not even talking about invasives. I'm talking about like if you were to just wherever rainbow sharks come from, right? If somehow these got in there, they would interbreed with those rainbow sharks and create like this whole new spectrum of fish colors, I guess. And there's not much they can do about it, which it might actually be detrimental too for a lot of them. They might not be able to survive because it might be easy prey because birds can see them through the whatever. They'd be easily hunted, I think. But either way, they probably could survive. There's also a concern that
albino animals survive in the wild.
Yeah, but they're
and they're
very
not
rare.
genetically modified.
No, no, but they're very rare, and a lot of times they don't survive
Yeah,
long
because they
term.
get eaten because they stick out like a sore thumb.
Right. Unless there's an environment that
Uh,
it's good for that, and then they adapt.
Glowfish have a patent on them, so technically you're not supposed to sell them.
Well, that's the thing. You can't sell if two glowfish breed and you have babies, and you try to sell the babies, you are committing a trademark infringement thing, whatever. You have to have a license to sell glowfish, right? So theoretically, you could be sued for selling glowfish because if you don't have a license. But there's nothing stopping you from breeding them, just keeping them yourself. Even giving them away, I think, is whatever acceptable.
Whip says they are in the waterways right now. There are reports of out of South America where schools of glowfish are living outside the facilities.
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure that's a lot true with a lot of those cichlids too that they breed out there in Florida, right? Don't they do a lot of African cichlid breeding and stuff like that in Florida?
Come on, is you should the easier question to ask about Florida is what invasive creature don't they have?
Yeah, it's not true.
Because you can catch just about any aquarium fish swimming around in canals in Florida. Just about any aquarium fish right now. Because there are channels that show us all the different aquarium fish that they catch in Florida. Hello?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I was reading the chat. Oh yeah, well I guess there's that. You can't sell them as glowfish. All right, that's interesting.
Oh,
KG,
so you can,
he said he talked to the owner, the creator of glowfish at Aquashella. He told me I could sell my fish, just don't hit the market as glowfish. That's interesting.
you could just sell them as fish.
What's up, Wizzle? Yeah, it would make sense that if glowfish make it in the wild, the company should be responsible for removal. Yeah, exactly. Probably like, all right, if I remember correctly, the company that originally made glowfish, um, their trademark or the patent expired, and I think they sold their company to somebody else. So it's not even like the original company. And the patent is on the tech is out there, so there's really not anything stopping anybody else from doing it. I did see something. This has been a while now, but there was a some sort of aquarium trade show thing that was in like Singapore, and somebody had managed to put some sort of genetically modified, kind of like the same idea of glowfish, except they did it in angelfish, and they look pretty wild. Not gonna lie. But I don't think I think it was just like a once and done thing, and I don't know if anybody was ever breeding or selling them. So, and I don't, glow angels are not really a thing, I guess. Maybe they maybe they all died.
What did you say?
I was just talking about the glow angels.
I'm just kidding.
I know you're kidding. Nice. I think Seagrass owns it now. Yeah, that would make sense, right? Which is probably why they got bigger tank. What is it? Real estate in a lot of the big box stores. Because Seagrass usually provides a lot of that stuff to like Petco's and PetSmarts.
So they're pushing the sales of it now.
Yeah, and plus I think it really draws in like kids. You know what I mean? Like kids really like those colors, bright, whatever, shiny.
Hence, Clong Puke gravel.
Yup. Clown puke gravel.
I have to say, I've never, ever, ever used clown puke gravel.
I have never used it.
I'm not saying that if someone has it in a tank right now that it's ugly. I'm not saying that. You know, I'm just
Yeah,
saying I've
whatever.
never used it personally.
It's not my thing. Yeah. Okay. I think we've had enough discussion about this. Let's move on. What am I going to do now? Remember my whole...
What are you gonna do
What
now?
am I going to do now?
So all you got from Petco was that glowfish and the anemone.
The anemone. Yes, that is all I got. Is that not enough for you? I just went there to kind of see what they had. And I saw that glowfish the day I got the anemone. The anemone.
And the kid in you just shouted out.
No, actually, I didn't get it that day. I went back the next day and picked it up because I was like, I went home and thought about it for a while. I'm like, do I want this thing? Should I get this thing? Is this a mistake?
Do I want to piss off a whole bunch of people?
And the answer to that was yes.
Well, you do it every stream, so I mean,
why stop
should
now?
this stream
Exactly.
be any different?
Exactly.
Why should number 99 be any different?
Right. Maybe 100 will change. We'll change
Take
tunes.
somebody's advice.
Yes. And actually listen for a change. All right. Next.
So, what are you gonna do about the protein skimmer though? You're gonna
I am gonna try and 3D print a bracket, and then we'll go from there. And I'll probably do that whole sliding lid thing.
Lid.
Yeah. Yeah. And go from there.
Victor wants to know how's your new tank eater. Your new tank eaters, the ones you set up last week, I guess.
Oh, the Inkbird?
Yeah.
I'll check on that in a sec here. Hang on. Let me double check this. Definitely out of focus, and I don't know why. There we go. I think it's doing fine. Let me see.
I wish somebody would invent smudgeless glasses.
What, for your face?
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
No, for your ass.
They're called contacts. You just stick them on your eyeballs.
Smudgeless glasses for your ass. For your face. Where else do you wear glasses?
Well, I thought you meant like glass, like for a fish tank. When you said glass, like glasses, like I was thinking like multiple panes of glass.
Oh my God.
Jeez, man, come on.
You wear your glasses on your ass?
Yes, I do. Idiot. All right, this is the tank that I set that heater up. It's the heater's running fine.
Hey, Alishon's here.
What's up, Alishon? A great one so far. All right. Yeah, this tank's doing all right. It's got Blue Dreams, and there's a goby in here. It's actually looking pretty good now that I've managed to clean it up a bit. I did put I don't know if I talked about that, but I put what is this stuff? Monastero. Cats were eating it, so I was like, I gotta get this off the floor.
No, you did not talk about that.
Anyway, I stuck it in the tank.
That's the tank you aquascaped at the Clash, right?
Correct. Yep. And oh, there's the goby. Hang on. I got to.
Certainly looks like an aquascaped tank now.
See him? He's on the rock. It's one of my blue neon gobies. But he doesn't really ever color up like the other one does. So I'm guessing it's either probably a female or whatever.
A subdominant male.
Yeah, but there's no dominance in here, so he's the only one.
Oh, the other male isn't in. The other goby isn't in there.
No, that's in a different tank. There's 2 gobies in that other tank, which might be explaining why that one always fires up.
Yeah.
And yeah, Blue Dreams.
Uh-huh.
And the heater's working just fine. Let's see what it looks like.
What did you do with my freak endlers that were in there?
They didn't make it.
Remember?
76.7. Yeah, well, they, that was over.
Yeah, well, they only have a lifespan of so much anyhow.
Yeah, and I just remember there was a bed in here for a while. Ahab, remember him?
Yeah.
He spent his final days in this tank. But yeah, I had Ahab for like almost 3 years, so I think he aged out.
Moby Dick.
Yeah.
The Moby Dick of bettas.
Of bettas. I also had another betta before him called Ishmael.
What?
Ishmael.
JJ says, Kirk is your blue dream. Jason.
Oh, that's a scary thought.
What does that even mean?
You don't want to know. All right, where are we at? We're looking at the salt water. Let's go back to fry tank. All right, I think I'm just going to break down these little containers because this system isn't working the way I have this set up. This one still functions good, like since I put that little box filter thingy on there. But at the end of the day, it's just the feng shui here is not happening.
Feng shui.
The feng shui.
How does Dean do it?
He has a
outside line.
I'm not
coming from his
I don't know if it's I don't know if it's a drip acclimate thing and like it's like his tanks are constantly being flushed. You know what I mean? Like it's fresh water coming in. I don't know how that is.
Because I think that's how he has all his tanks set up on automatic water changes. So he probably has a line coming in for his fry boxes directly from his main or wherever his water source is. So it doesn't have that problem that you have of a pump clogging.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, a lot of those like irrigation system things is kind of like they run the same way. They have like those little valves, you can open them. They will, I guess sometimes those valves can clog, but if it's like a fresh water system, it's just mineral buildup or something like that. And if I remember, his water's pretty soft, so he doesn't have that problem with minerals.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Corey always used to complain that he couldn't breed guppies properly because of how soft the water was. He had to mineralize it to be able to breed live bears properly. But now he's on a well, so he can breed all the live bears.
He can do whatever he wants now. All right, I'm gonna. Oh snap! Damn it!
I don't think that soft water is a problem, man. Soft water is good for some fish.
Yeah,
and that's what you should keep. If you got, if you got soft water, you keep soft water fish. If you got hard water, you keep hard water fish. Blah 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 blah. Stuff that's been said all the time. Because chasing parameters is for the birds.
Yes. But
some people
there's also
like doing that shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and there's also that thing like, sometimes people just want to keep what they want. They want to keep what they can't have. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
And if that is what keeps you motivated in this hobby, then go for it. If you like that whole idea of chasing parameters and manipulating parameters to keep certain fish and stuff like that, then more power to you. Go for it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you have like an RO system too, it kind of makes life a lot easier doing that.
A lot easier, exactly. Definitely.
All right. Let's push this out. Oh, there's a dead shrimp in here. Some plants. I don't see any other live. Oh no, there's a couple live shrimps in here. Shrimp are probably dead because I didn't feed them.
Killer Kitty is asking, do you feed the anemones a specific diet?
So far, the only thing I've fed the anemone was some frozen food. And I don't know. I think they just eat like they kind of eat like mysis shrimp, is what I was reading, stuff like that, like proteins. I have live baby brine brewing that I'll be feeding tonight, so we'll see how that goes.
Peplin was saying that apparently Dean's drip is from the actual tanks
Yeah, that's probably
that
true
the
too. I mean,
fry are in.
yeah. I mean, I'm not entirely sure how he does it, but yeah. Either way, he's got a better system going for his return. I don't know how that works.
He had did a video on it one time.
Is that a
You
fry?
should
That
search
looks like a
for it.
fry. Wow, is that guy little? I've been wondering if that dude just hatched. Holy smokes. Well, this might be an issue now.
Jimmy P, good morning.
What's going on? Alright. Well, we gotta set this aside for a sec here because there is a little baby fry in here. And some shrimps. But I want to get the
3G says Dean's system is he keeps his shit clean.
True. True. And one of the ways
You
he
can-
keeps it clean is he has it set on an automated water change system. So he just goes in there and pushes a button and it just water changes. So
Yeah, but if you look at Dean's tanks,
oh yeah.
there's usually not a piece of moam on
Yeah, right, exactly.
you can eat food off of the bottom of his tanks. And he usually doesn't run substrate, but I've seen lately he has few tanks that have substrate.
Yeah.
He's been planting tanks and stuff now too, I think. But Dean doesn't really put out a lot of his own content.
Right.
It's usually Jimmy filming it or,
Yeah, right. The co-op stuff, I get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. His method is obviously working for him. Holy cow.
Definitely.
He seems more of a dedicated fish keeper, I guess. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm just like an unorganized guy, and I got issues.
Or maybe he just has more time on his hands.
Yeah, that's probably
than you
it.
do.
Well, don't we all have the same amount of time on our hands?
I don't know.
It's just how we choose to use it.
Yeah. I guess, but
think about that. Deep thoughts.
Some people are tired and some people are not. It's.
That's it. Oh, yeah. Though that automated fish room thing kind of really has. Like, I do think if I.
Peplin said Dean is the best product Corey has.
Yeah. There's a little truth to that. It's the knowledge, right?
PNW Aqua says Dean is coming to speak at GPAS next week.
Nice. Guppus.
What is that?
Greater Portland Aquarium Society, I believe. That's the one that Kenny E. was the president of.
All right.
I don't think he's not anymore, but. Oh, what'd I do? I let that guy out and put the other one in. Now they both got out. Get over here. You go in there. Oh no.
Terry's here.
What's up, Terry? What's going on, man?
Al Wet Sox is here.
What's up, Al? Alright, I caught these two fry that I had growing out in this tank. I'm not entirely sure still what they are. They kind of look like fricatas, maybe? I don't know. And that one's got like a weird, like he looks a little bent. So we'll set that aside. We're gonna dump
Terry
all
says
this.
my last day of work was August the 27th.
Like ever?
Congratulations, Terry.
Right on, man. Can't complain about that. Well, you can, but.
And Bewizzle was saying that he thinks he's allergic to bloodworms.
Yeah, I've heard that people have said that about bloodworms, that they have like severe allergic reactions to them. I'm just gonna put these guys in here until I figure out what they are.
Aqua Bonita says Dean is a chronic hobbyist with a lot of experience. Good person to learn from.
Oh yeah, he definitely knows some stuff.
I mean,
All right, let me rinse this.
I admire his fish tanks and his breeding capabilities.
Yeah, he's definitely got a setup going, man. And he was making money on that before. Like, I guess that's how he met Corey, right? Selling his fish. Yeah, sounds like a good deal. So I'll clean this container up real quick. Get it out of the way. I think I want to do a quick water change on that. And then we will fill it back up, and then I'll drop that other tank with a little fry in there in it. I don't want to do the water change until, I don't want to put the fry in there until after I do the water change. Because he's just a little guy. Let's just do a little, suck up some mulm.
What are you talking about, me?
What?
I'm just a little guy.
You feeling attacked?
No.
Okay.
I know I'm a little guy.
You accept these things? I'm
Dude,
just a girl in the world.
I'm 59 years old. Of course I accept the fact that I'm a little guy.
Oh, sorry. Alright, I can't really do too much of a water change because there's not much water in there. Alright, that was tank 1. Maybe we'll fill
Whip
it up.
is saying the thing with Dean is he has to have some sort of OCD when it comes to them to keep so immaculate.
Yeah. Yeah.
I agree.
I wonder if he's on that board of like, don't do water changes. Remember that? that people were.
Of course not, because he has a automatic water change system.
Dude, how awesome was it? I swear, if I move and build like a fish room again, I'm doing that. I'm gonna set that up. I think that's a good idea.
Jeff is asking, when do we get a membership option? Well,
Jeff, I was thinking about that. I think I'm gonna do what I was talking about. Like, we'll do like a membership. If there is one, it's gonna be like 99 cents, and everything that gets generated in the membership pool, you want to throw your buck in. We're gonna just do giveaways with that money when it hits certain amounts. You know what I mean? Do like whatever, $25 giveaways, $50 giveaways. We'll do it like whatever as we generate it. So if it takes 2 months to get $50, $25, then that's what it takes. But yeah, then we'll just kick it all back. I think that sounds like a good idea. But we'll see. I'll set that up. If anything, it won't happen until next month. I'm still, I got to think about these things. Got to ruminate. Fester, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I need to do is I do need to get heater controllers on these fry tanks. I had one on this tank. Haven't really done anything with it other than growing out those, what do you call them, cyanodorsalis. I am going to do this. But just to fry. I could probably put a lid on this then. Stop the evaporation.
Aqua Bonita says Dean is basically using good fish culture techniques to produce a lot of fish. His tanks look too sterile for my taste. I prefer to raise a lower number of fish in tanks that still look good.
Well, yeah,
I
I mean,
agree.
right. I mean, he does the whole bare
I
bottom
totally agree. Yeah.
thing, yeah, usually. But yeah, no, yeah.
The only plants he ever has in his tanks are usually in a pot or something like that, or
Yeah, a
attached to a piece
container,
of
right?
driftwood or
Yeah, just sitting on the bare bottom,
yeah.
right? Which is, that's his thing. That's what he wants to do. That's what he wants to do.
Yeah, because
But yeah, I
like
agree.
Rick
I
says,
prefer
he
dirty tank.
probably is a little bit OCD and can't stand to see moam in his tanks, but it's not the end of the world.
I mean,
Moam is
you should see what
definitely
fish
not
live in.
the end of the world.
You should see the rivers that fish live in.
Exactly.
Makes you
That's
wonder.
what the substrate is made up of. Moam.
Molmy goodness. All right, I think.
And moam and ground up stone into sand.
Yeah. Yeah. I should clean that sponge filter, man. It's getting kind of clogged.
But
I'll let the molm settle.
in the defense of rivers, they're getting 24/7 water changes.
Yeah, true. Just not necessarily the freshest of waters.
Well, it depends on how polluted the area is,
Sure.
but
Yeah, but even like silt and all that stuff is constantly running in a lot of rivers.
Yeah.
Especially after rains and stuff. Yeah.
Changes the water chemistry.
Okay, what do we got in here? Anything? Looks like a couple shrimp. Some shrimps. Some snails. Some plants. We're just going to dump this whole thing in there. I'll rinse this. I don't even know if there's anything in this mop. This mop's been in here a while.
Jimmy P says Dean has breeder tanks. I can dig it for that purpose.
I can dig it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, he has dedicated tanks for that too, right? I'm sure he's got display tanks as well.
Yeah, exactly. I think he has a couple planted tanks that are, show tanks. I think at one point I had seen he was quite attached to this lungfish that he had brought back from one of his collecting trips.
Wasn't that one that got out of the tank and was like all dried up on the floor?
I don't know. I don't know.
I remember seeing something like a lungfish healing in somebody's tank.
I don't know. I didn't see that, so I don't know. Jeff says in the lake we prefer to call it as loon shit. I guess the moam. Oh, is that a bird? Loon?
Yes, a loon is a type of bird. It's also
Aquariums.
the bird that's on the Canadian dollar. That's why they call it a loonie. Think so?
Yeah. You're right. A loonie, and then they also have a $2 bill, so they call it a toonie.
A toonie and a loony.
Yeah.
We're all a little loony. Oh. Anyway, this can sit over here and dry out. There is no water in that tank, so I should probably fill it up.
Right now,
right here.
My planted tank seems to have, because I've been feeding it heavy because of my zebra plecos that live in there.
Yes.
And it has quite a population of MTS. Malaysian trumpet snails. So I'm contemplating putting some assassins in there, but assassins don't really do a good job when it comes to Malaysian trumpet snails.
It just, I think the assassins work very slow, and the Malaysians work very fast.
Not only that, assassins
I'm an idiot.
Karen told me that assassins prefer pond snails.
Yeah,
and
I'm sure they prefer, but they're starving.
Snails.
They're gonna get what they can get.
But then if they eat all your pond snails and your ram's horn snails, they will start eating the Malaysian trumpet snails eventually.
Right. That makes sense. All right. Well, we're gonna stick this on the spare parts bin.
Says I need to get a valve like that, using a silly ball valve right now.
Yeah, and the reason I replaced my ball valve is because it was leaking. So I went with the better one.
Well, metal.
Well, it's still a ball valve, but it's a whatever, a brass one. Yeah. And I believe you can if anything goes bad there, you can just put new washers in those and stuff instead of like the plastic PVC ones. Once they leak, you can't fix them. You're screwed.
Yep,
so you gotta replace it. Whereas these, I guess you just take it apart, put a new washer in the gasket in the valve thing. Assuming that's the problem. All right, so water has been changed. Tanks have been filled up. There was a little fry in this one. I hope he's still alive. That was quite a ride for him. We'll see. I gotta make sure I feed this tank. Well, I got the shrimp in here anyway, so I gotta make sure I feed him. There is some babies in this tank that have been growing out. I think they're celebes. So I should probably take them out before I put eggs in here.
Oh, because they're big enough, they'll eat the fry.
The one in there actually looks like he might be an adult. He must have been in here for a long time.
An adult?
An adult. He's definitely beyond juvenile stage. If he is a celebes, he's a pretty big one. Or I mean, whatever. He's grown up a bit. Let me dump the 2 fry that I got from this tank into this tank until I'm entirely sure what they are. They look like fricatas, I think. One of them's probably a female, that's why it's kind of hard to tell. But we're gonna dump them.
Forgot about it.
And then I'm going to catch these guys. See what they are. If we can see what they are. Well, that was easy. Must know. You must know. It's time for the easy. Did you just jump out? Oh. It was easy until I dumped them out. Did I catch that guy? I did. Do we know what this guy is? No. Looks like a rainbow.
I don't see a thing in there.
He's oh, I'm sorry. Kind of at the bottom.
I see him now.
I just put it up there. It's a fish. So definitely kind of a rainbow. Which would make sense because that's all I've ever put in these tanks is rainbows. Either celebes or pseudos. Pseudomugils. He's got blue eyes, so he's definitely a blue eye. I'll put him in the mutt tank here, and we'll figure out what's going on.
Killer Kitty says focaccia sounds like Italian dish.
That's it. Get your foccattas. Does sound like an Italian dish. Makes me want some. First of all, I'm hungry as heck. I haven't eaten since yesterday.
Foccattas and fettuccine. Foccattas and fettuccine. And some linguine.
Wait, there is a focaccia. That's the word. Focaccia. That stuff is good. It's like a sandwich. Used to work in an Italian restaurant, like a little like what is it? Casual fine dining place. But they had they also did like specialty pizzas and stuff. Worked there for almost 10 years, man. Focaccia. That's where it's at. Good stuff.
Good for you.
Good stuff, man. Where's my other specimen?
QC Alcoholic says loves pseudomugils.
Alcoholic?
I mean, aquaholic.
Yeah.
Did I say QC Alcoholic?
Yeah, you did.
Aquaholic.
And what did they say? They love pseudos?
He loves pseudos.
Nice.
Pseudomugils.
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 Pseudomugil. Means false mullet. Well, mugil is a type of, another word for mullet. A type of mullet.
Yeah.
I guess they have the same body shape as a mullet, or this type of mullet.
I used to have a pseudomugil growing up.
A false
party
mullet?
In the front. I mean, party in the back. Business in the front.
Hang on.
Although I was never business. I was
You
just
were all party
all the time.
I want to party all the time. You made me think of this. I was scrolling through my phone the other day.
Aqua Bonita says, do you mostly just colony breed focaccias? I find they are a great species for this. Get a few fry, keep the colony going. Their fry are fast. Mine survive in a tank with zero cover.
Yeah. I do mostly colony breed. Yes. I do mostly colony breed all my, well, I try to take the eggs out to hatch them, and then eventually when they get a little bit bigger, I throw them back in the tank. My experience is I don't really have a whole lot of cover for the eggs, so they just tend to eat the eggs, especially because like a lot of times I'll skip a feeding like twice a week. Then they tend to get a little egg munchy. So if I don't feed them, the eggs are like null in the mop. I do pull the eggs because in my experience, the fricattas will eat their eggs. A lot of them will eat their eggs. Some of them won't. Like the cyanodorsalis, they don't really seem to be too interested in eating their eggs.
QC said, I haven't had an alcoholic beverage in over 12 years.
12 hours. This is
12 hours. Why did I see 12 years?
I don't know.
I say what I think,
yeah,
but not what I see.
Speak.
Yeah.
All right, let's hold. I found something here, man. As soon as this opens up, should be able to show it. I don't know if we want to see it. Whoops. Go back there. First off, we're going to do this. And you're going to wonder how he got to this point. Well, because he started from here.
There's that mullet. There's that pseudomugil.
Business in the front, party in the rear. Gotta love it. All right, enough of that. We're probably losing subs.
Damn, what a handsome beast I was.
You ready to rock, man? Are you ready to rock?
What a handsome beast I was. Damn.
Yes. Okay, what was I doing? I was looking for a net. That's what I was doing.
I don't know about you, 3G, but how many girls do you know that have a mustache?
And I can't find my other breeder box. What do I do with it? It's gotta be floating around somewhere, right?
Jeff, it's kind of hard for me to bring the mullet back, seeing that I have no hair on the top of my head anymore.
The skullet. You can rock the skullet.
The skullet. Horseshoe mullet.
Yeah, there you go. Same idea. I want to party all the time.
Dr. Anthony's here.
Hey,
He
what's
says,
up, Dr.
had a
Ray?
treatment this morning from a shaman
Oh, yeah?
for my back. Use a resin from a local plant.
So you're just saying you're on some ayahuasca right now is what you're telling us. Taking one of those ayahuasca journeys.
Witch doctor stuff.
Well, I hope it works, man. Because back pain is no fun.
As long as they didn't blow some white powdered substance up your nostrils from a long tube.
Well, that sounds like it'd probably take care of a lot of pain.
I've seen that as a ritual in some South American tribe. They grind some plant or something into a powder, and then blow it up the nose through this long tube. They blow it as a ritual up the noses of the members of the tribe, and then they
dance.
trip.
Then they start dancing.
They trip.
Wasn't that like what is it? How the zombies were made, and like it would crush up what is that, like Haiti and stuff like that? They would crush up like the gland, like that pufferfish gland or whatever, some bones and stuff, and then they would like make people catatonic.
I don't know about that.
And suggesting that they would create zombies. Come here, little dude. You were so hard to catch. Doesn't help that I keep grabbing nothing but Java moss.
And Whip says I haven't had an alcoholic beverage since my last one. Which was about 12 seconds ago.
Was it? Yeah. I'm not drinking anymore. I'm not drinking any less either. Well, I got a shrimp in there, but well, whatever. Deal with that later.
And Whip says I gave up the business in front. It's party all the time now.
It's party all the time. Where is that fish?
And Jeff Kane says my introduction to self-filtration was complimenting one of my mom's lady friends' mustache.
Oh, Jesus.
There was definitely a lot of soldering that day. What? My introduction to self-filtering was complimenting one of my mom's lady friends' mustache. There was definitely a lot of scolding that day.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I got to give this a break. I'm just doing nothing but stirring up a mess. And there's so
I
much.
lost it somewhere in the translation. Dang
Yeah.
whip, you slowing down.
All right. Let's go. I got to let this water settle. I can't see anything in it. And I just keep gathering nothing but Java moss every time I stick my net in here. So, let's move the Java moss down. Stops floating. That was half the problem.
And Dr. Anthony says tetrodotoxin from puffers make zombies.
Yeah, there you go.
I
Ow!
don't know if well, obviously I didn't pronounce that correctly.
Ow. Yeah, that's close enough. I do not want this red shrimp in there, because it's going into a blue dream tank. So that would be bad. And this is too big of a net to stick in there, so let me get a smaller net.
3G says my barber told me I was rocking the skullet.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, you know it's bad when the barber tells you, yo, knock that off. I will put these guys in there. Why not? And you got to party all the time. Party all the time. Why am I singing that?
I don't know.
Do you know who sings that?
No.
It's an Eddie Murphy song. From
Eddie
like the
Murphy
80s. Come on, man. Oh, it was like horrible. It was like right around the time, was it like, was it 48 Hours? Another 48 Hours, whatever movie came out. He made like a rock album.
That was like
It was like, yeah.
Bill Cosby had made a spoof song one time called I Love Myself Better Than I Love Myself. It was a spoof on James Brown's music.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
And it became quite popular.
I met Bill Cosby
Do
once.
the dog. Do the dog. Bow wow. Bow wow. Bow wow. Do the dog. Bow wow. Bow wow.
Wow. Yeah, I met him at I used to work at an airport. And he came in on a private jet to do a Bill Cosby.
Cosby?
Yeah, came in on his private jet or whatever, a chartered flight to do a comedy gig in the area. This is way back, early 2000s.
Way back before he was discovered as
Yes, before he went to jail. Yeah. Yes. I met a bunch of people. I also met, well, I didn't meet him, but we were there when Air Force One landed with George W. Bush on board. And that was when he was campaigning for his second term. 2004, I think. Anyway, that was pretty cool.
3G acts, did your butthole hurt afterwards?
For what? I don't know. What are we talking about?
From Bill Cosby.
Oh. Yes, no. I didn't accept any drinks. I also met Larry the Cable Guy, except I didn't know it was Larry the Cable Guy. And he got off this Learjet. And he came off the jet in like a camo shorts, just like he looks like on like whatever thing. Like, who is this dumb hick?
With his camo hat.
Yeah, exactly. And he just came off, started cracking jokes. I'm like, whatever, buddy, just go over that way. No, you gotta go this way. I just kept and then after he went inside, everybody's like, do you know who that was? I'm like, nope. That was Larry the Cable Guy. I'm like, all right, cool. I met Paris Hilton and Cole Ritchie. Actually, they filmed an episode of that the simple life at that airport. They were baggage handlers / stewardesses,
Yeah.
flight attendants, whatever. Yeah, I was fueling the plane that day. So that was
I
fun.
prefer that other movie she made,
The Night in Paris.
One Night in Paris.
But yeah, that was an interesting moment. They had them doing like the baggage handling thing and the ramp work where they like throw the bags on the plane and stuff. And one of them thing that they have to do is they have to do the lav dump on the airplane. They have to dump the lav and put the new juice in, the blue juice, and get the old stuff out, put the new stuff in. And man,
Yeah.
luckily they had one of our guys on it because they almost dumped that whole thing on themselves. Because there's a way, if you do the wrong thing when you're doing a lav dump, the lav is dumping whether you want it to or not. And if you're in the way, well, I guess you're in the way. That's why you got to do it. You got to do it the right way.
Ricky said, "Me and my dad met the guy that played the principal on Saved by the Bell when we painted his house."
Nice.
And PNW says Eddie Murphy made that album to win a $100,000 bet with Richard Pryor.
That's funny. Did he? I guess he won. I want to party all the time.
Well, he did say Eddie Murphy made that album to win a bet.
Yeah, to win a bet. But that doesn't mean he won. It means he was trying to win. I'm assuming he won.
Whatever.
You're assuming. You know what happens when you do that.
Yeah, make an ass of you and you.
And me. And you.
Jason's gonna take a piss.
Nope, I was getting some water.
Did you see that video that Steph did with those that rack she set up? How she's putting plywood.
Oh yeah. Good idea.
I mean, it's not necessary though.
No, because the racks will hold the weight. But
yeah,
at the end of the day, it probably looks nicer. It's easier to clean.
I guess. Well, what I did was I bought a there's a plastic laminate sheet they sell especially for those racks. That's not terribly expensive, and I put those underneath my aquariums. So mainly so that the light don't,
Explain it. A plastic laminate sheet. So it's like how thick? Yeah. Like real thin or what?
Yeah, it's about a millimeter. I don't know how thick it is.
And it's just I'm just totally confused. It's just what? Just it's opaque, so you can't see through it.
No, it's black.
Well, that's what opaque is.
It comes in. You can get it in different colors.
Okay, but it's not see-through.
No.
Like light doesn't get through it.
No.
Okay, that's what opaque means.
Okay. Whatever. Jeez.
As opposed to translucent.
Whatever. As opposed to I don't give a flying.
Take it easy, son. Or I should call you old man. Take it easy, old man.
Exactly.
All right. You want to see something nasty? Of course you do.
Yeah.
Of course you do.
Please don't drop your pants in Mooness.
Why does it always look like I'm totally out of focus? I don't understand this. I think I need a better cable on this camera. I think that's the problem. They're the same cameras, but this camera doesn't look as good. For whatever reason. Okay, here we go. Look at that. See all that cyanobacteria in there? It's out of control. So we're going to do water change.
I think cyanobacteria is the least of your problems in that tank.
This tank has got issues, man. There's my baddest. The one that's alive. Look at that. Pulling up sheets.
Aqua Bonita says their relationship is translucent.
That's a good one.
And Peplin says, are they married?
Might as well be.
Might as well be. Amen, I don't live with you.
Yeah, really.
If I lived with you, I would be in jail.
We'd probably
I
both be in
killed
jail.
You long ago. I'd have killed you.
Oh, I thought it was because we were going to get crazy up in here.
I'd have drowned your ass in that aquarium one day. Stuck your head in there until the bubbles stop coming out of your nose.
Damn. It's a little graphic there, buddy.
And then I would have left you in there to grow blackbeard algae all over your head.
Have the algae to break me down. This tank is
One day
your
wife will come in. One day your wife will have come in and be like, Jason, you've been cleaning that tank an awful long time.
You ever see, what's that old Stephen King, was it Creepshow, the movie or whatever it was? And Stephen King was in it. And he played the scene where like a meteor fell out of the sky and like he touched it and he just started getting covered in like this moss. It'd be like that, except it'll be blackbird algae.
No, I have to admit I had never seen that movie.
That's an old movie, man. That's from like the 80s.
Alishon says, are you doing a BBA aquascape for the crash, Jason?
Yes. Yes. My poor BBA is so misunderstood. They don't appreciate you. My poor bacteria. Oh man, at this point, I might as well just reuse this.
Why the hell does that magnet like separate so easily?
It's because it's probably too small for this tank. What is going on? There's something in this stupid glass or thing that keeps.
You mean the
glass.
thickness of the glass?
Yeah, I think it may be too small for that, or I'm just like the monkey on the other end is just yanking it all over the place. It works better if I, go slow and take my time. Giggity.
Yeah, but that's not the kind of person you are.
That's right. Dun dun dun.
Aqua Bonita says it sounds a little shady that Fishymon has been talking about their relationship a lot.
Yeah. You never know, Fishymon. Sounds jealous, doesn't he? He's jealous.
Dumb ways to die. I think about, dumb ways to kill him.
Maybe we shouldn't go collecting. I now fear for my life. Alright, part of the problem with this tank is we need some plants, right? And the plants that I had in here are just covered in algae.
Says I call those glass scratchers.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with them. They will scratch the glass. Well, what scratches the glass is the sand that gets stuck in them, or the rocks or whatever. But, you could use, theoretically, a sand that won't scratch glass, I guess. They do make that stuff. I'm sure it's more expensive.
What?
Like
sand that's non-abrasive?
Well, everything is on a hardness scale, right? And there are certain sands that are less hard than glass. So glass will scratch the sand instead of the other way around. Right? Kind of like why diamonds can scratch almost everything, because they're like one of the hardest substances we know.
Ricky says if he comes up missing one day, we know who did it.
Yep, you know where to look. You'll know where to look.
We should be so lucky.
Damn. All right. Let's.
Alishon says, break it down and start over.
Yeah. Maybe. That may be what it takes, man.
That's not in Jason's nature to break a tank down and start it over.
Although I have done that quite a bit, actually. How many times have I, rescaped tanks or whatever, removed, whatever, revamped, renewed, replenished. Trying to clean some of these leaves off so they're not. But I do think we need more plants in here, right? Maybe we should do that. Or should we, the other thing was we were talking about capping this with sand. Maybe that's where we start. And I put that fairy moss in here last time, and it all just died. I also think this light on this tank sucks. Moss. The light on this tank.
The moss they named after you?
Yes. Yes, that moss.
KJE, Keith says I use green pads.
For... Oh, this thing's dead.
Cleaning the glass, probably.
Oh, I gotcha. Yep. That makes sense.
And he says, I have plans for you, Jason.
Right on. I was going to add some right now. Actually, I think I'm going to add the sand right now is what I'm going to do.
Alishon says, what's in the 33 gallon these days?
The same things. You mean as far as algae goes? Guess we could look at that. Hang on. Actually, let me turn that back on.
Nate says I'm always messing with escapes. Well, at least when I had African cichlids. Don't play much in the tanks now. I'm into community fish. I like it set. I like it, set it, and forget it.
Yeah.
Escapes are nice.
Yeah. All right. Let me see.
Alishon says throw in a dozen flagfish.
Yeah, but then you got flagfish. There's always something, you know?
I keep putting plants in my tanks and they keep dying.
Is that what happens?
Says that.
Oh. Well, you do a lot of cichlids too, so. Alright. I'm going to switch this camera real quick.
Aqua Bonita says, you can try embracing the BBA. I saw a white algae scape in the...
In the what?
Banff.
Oh, yeah.
BANFF.
Yeah.
That was super cool. Lots of flow. They made the algae wave in the flow. Was hypnotic.
All right, hang on a sec. I got AFK real quick. I'll be right back.
Trend. So you gotta go take a shit. Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die. Fast-growing plants combat your issues. I agree. He does need fast-growing plants to soak up the nutrients. And flagfish do not really eat BBA, Keith says. Yeah, he gotta go pinch the loaf. Sounds like he was prairie dogging the way he just ran out of there. No algae with the pogostemon or colorless rainbows. They do, KJ, but they have to kill every fish in the tank first. Flagfish will eat hair algae. Oh yes, he definitely was touching cotton. Because he flew out of there, man.
Alright, sorry about that. I had to pee something fierce.
Okay.
Just not like you needed
Sounds
to know
like
that or anything.
Short. Sounds like you cut that shit short.
Oh man. I just had to bear down and be firm.
Were you touching cotton?
What?
Did you have to pinch the loaf?
No, I had to.
Were you prairie dogging?
Nope.
The way you ran out of there.
Yeah, I had to. I drank like 3 cups of coffee and whatever, so I was at my limit here. Just doing the dance.
Sure you were.
Just doing the dance.
Sure you were.
Do a little dance. Alright. Maybe we steal some plants? I don't know. Do we have plants to steal?
Many a day working in the lumberyard, I have touched cotton while hustling to get back to the bathroom.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
That's what men wear underwear for, okay? Jeez.
Is it?
Yes. To get the remnants off of your butt
Oh,
that you don't
jeez,
clean
dude.
off properly.
This all just went downhill real quick.
It's called skid marks. All right?
I'm just
If
gonna
there's
wash my
one
brain.
man here,
Shh.
I am sure there's not one man here that can tell me honestly that they have never experienced skid marks on their underwear.
I don't know if this is necessarily something we need to be discussing in the stream. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. There's a time and a place, and I don't think this is either of them.
Come on, man.
Come
life.
on, man.
It's just life.
It is life.
All right?
So is death. Let's go back to talking about killing you.
No, we were talking about killing you.
Oh, I
me.
see. Whatever works. Either way, as long as this conversation ends, that's all I care about.
It's a shitty situation.
Indeed.
But it's reality.
Yep. What's that word? Crap happens.
Hey, Paul's here.
What's up, Paul? Alright, what are we doing? I was going to try and steal plants. Oh, what time is it? We got half hour-ish? Yeah. Yes. Yes. Alright. Set that there.
Ian's here.
What's up, Ian?
Hey, Ian, you missed the epic fail of
See if you can think
Jason trying to install his protein skimmer.
Well, we didn't. I don't know if an epic fail. Well, according to 3G, it was an epic fail. But
come on.
I consider it, a learning experience.
Your intent was.
I consider it a learning experience.
Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda. Your intent was to set up your protein skimmer this morning.
It was. That was my intent.
Have you done it? Have you done it?
No. But I've learned some things.
Where is it?
It's in the box that I put it back in.
I rest my case.
Well, we got to make some adjustments.
People of the jury, I rest my case.
Yes, he rests his case. The defense or the prosecution rests.
The prosecution rests.
In my defense, I'm not done. I just put it on hold. Let's see. Let's see if we can get any eggs out of this. This mop. Just put the mop here. Deal with that in a minute. Let me get a container for all these plants.
You see, Paulie knows. Paul says, Jason, if you killed off the little voice in your head, how would you ever get anything done?
Probably in a lot of peace and quiet. That's how I would get it done. Quietly. And with no distractions.
He would have nobody to tell him of his folly.
Yeah, and I had nobody telling me everything I'm doing wrong at every moment I'm doing it. That's what I'm missing out on. Alright. Let us try and take some of these plants out of this tank. First off, got a whole lot of guppy grass and hair algae right here. So I'm going to move the hair algae and some of this guppy grass.
Let me ask you a question.
You can ask.
Does the hair grass tend to hair grass? Does the hair algae tend to grow in one particular spot in that tank?
Yeah, kinda. All stays in like a little region. Like I said, if I
it's where the light is concentrated.
Yeah, I think it's like the hair algae is in a rush to outcompete the guppy grass. Let's put it that way. So it's like a battle between one or the other. Make sure I'm not getting any shrimp in here.
3 says scud food equals hair algae.
Yeah. Oh jeez. Hang on.
The light went off.
Must be 11:30. I'm just gonna try and thin some of this guppy grass. It's just too thick. There's a little bit of blackbeard algae growing in here. We'll remove that too.
3G. KJE says
K3JE. He says what?
You know, I'm gonna quit one day, and you'll miss me.
You're gonna miss me when I'm going.
Keith says, I'll buy that guppy grass from you, but I can't with the algae issue.
Oh, yeah. No way. Yeah. I don't blame you. Well, you know, they ain't gonna stop anytime soon, so.
Alishon says, do a hair algae giveaway.
Free hair algae. Tends to grow in the back glass a lot, and it just kind of spreads from there.
Some people say Kaiser blade. I call it sling blade. Victor wants to know, how is your flounder?
They are doing good. That's another thing I gotta do one of these days. I think I'm gonna take one of those flounders and I'm gonna move them to the brackish tank. Maybe we'll do that in a little bit here. Start drip acclimating them.
Ian says the crypts look good though.
Yeah, the crypts are doing good. Did I just see something fly? Okay.
Probably a shrimp.
I'm just gonna double check that. I'm gonna put some tank water in here. Let it soak for a minute. Hopefully make sure we don't have any shrimps in there. Oh. Shrimpies. Shrimp.
Like I was cleaning, I have some sponge filters in the one tank, my mutt guppy tank with the bunch of bristlenose plecos. and I was cleaning the sponge filters in it yesterday, and out jumped this pleco into the sump sink.
Oh yeah.
I
Did you
caught
catch
it
him?
real
I
quick.
was gonna say.
Yeah, I caught it before he went down the drain.
Was this a
And put him
bristlenose? You
back
said.
in the tank. Yeah, bristlenose. He was stowing away in the
Yeah.
sponge filter.
Right.
I've already snagged assassin snail already from the sump
Certain
sink,
doom.
cleaning out them sponge filters. Yeah. The Malaysians I let go down the drain, but the assassin I grabbed.
Oh yeah.
The assassin I grabbed and put back in the tank.
Okay. What are we gonna do now? We're gonna pull. Maybe while we're in here, we should stick some root tabs into the substrate. Let me move this out of the way. Check this in a little while.
Alashon says, "Are my crypts covered in BBA? Almost been a year."
Let me see. Those are the ones. Yeah, it's been over a year actually. Those are the ones we when we met up at that whatever Captain Nemo's place.
Yeah, that was quite a while ago.
I think that's the crypts we're talking about. He gave me a bunch of plants. I remember that.
Didn't he give you crypts to that other swap we went to, which was like the last swap that Alan Tong Aquarium Society had?
I know he gave me. I don't know. I know he gave me a bunch of Anubias too. I don't remember crypts though. But
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean whatever you gave me, I still have from. Maybe one of them's not. It's kind of scraggly. No, none of them are covered.
Says I recently started mixing all dry foods with dab of water to make a dough ball, then press it on my glass. Anyone else do this? I just learned it was a thing.
Sounds interesting. I can't imagine it's that bad of a thing. As long as the fish are eating it, that's probably good enough. But yeah, I mean, it's working for you, man. Do it. But it sounds like a whole lot of work to me, just to feed. I would just feed something different. Where? All right, if I am gonna put the root tabs in, I gotta remember where they're at.
He says that he gave them to you at the Clash.
The Clash. Yes. If you gave them to me at the Clash, and I'm pretty sure it's in where the rainbow shark's at right now. Was it the Balzanet or whatever it is? I don't remember which ones specifically you gave me. I have such a bad memory with plants, like what they are, species and stuff like that. Yeah, you did give me a bunch of plants. I do remember that. I'm trying to remember where I stuck them all.
Spent yesterday afternoon with Didi and KG.
Nice.
Lisa at the Riley Aquarium Society meeting.
That's cool.
We had a really good time, and I made some good money from the plants I put in the auction.
Very cool. Alshon, whatever plants you gave me, I remember you giving me. I put them in all these different tanks, and every single one of them's doing okay. I think. I don't exactly remember which plants you gave me though. So, if it's, they're not covered in blackbird algae. Let's put it that way. I think it was wasn't there like a jagged leaf one that you gave me? I think that's in my Luminatus tank. Which that tank does have blackbird algae, but it kind of stays on the substrate and not so much the plants. I don't know, man. I don't remember. You're asking me to remember something that happened a year ago? Holy smokes.
Holy
Holy
smokes.
smokes.
Hence the reason you can't remember.
Yes, exactly. Can't remember
No,
yesterday. What the hell you remember a year ago?
I'm lucky I remember my own name.
Yeah, exactly. Who are you people? Why are you in my fish room? All right.
That's why I loved working at Home Depot. Everybody had their name written on their apron.
That's fair. All right.
I
What?
would meet people I worked with at Home Depot, and they would walk up to me. I mean, meet them outside of Home Depot, and they would walk up to me and say, "Hey, Kirk, how are you doing?" And I'd be like, "Hey, man, how are
Hey, dude, what's
you?
going on?
Haven't seen you in a while."
Where?
Not telling them that I can't remember their name.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what I did with the root tabs, so I guess we're not doing the root tabs.
I remember faces, but names, forget about it.
Forget about it. Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Well, I can't remember where I put anything or do anything, so. Oh, it's probably over here in my drawer of things.
Did you check your pants pockets?
Easy root tab. I found them. The root zones. I bought these a long time ago. I think I've used them like twice. So, I think I'm going to pull the plants out, maybe stick some ferts in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
KG says I suck at names.
Yeah. You and me both, buddy.
Literally, somebody I meet for the first time will tell me their name, and like at the end of the day, I cannot remember their name.
Dude, this root is deep. Look at this thing. This one's doing good. I can separate it. Holy cow. Got guppy grass all up in it. Look at that. That's some decent roots. There's 2 plants here. This thing was like growing out of the soil.
Hmm.
A couple plants. I can't steal them all. I'll steal a couple.
And what is this for? That you doing this for the 33?
No, I'm doing this for the 20 long that was the problem, like, that had all that cyanobacteria.
Oh, all right. And Blackbeard.
Yes. Do we even need to mention the blackberry? I mean, it should go without. Let's throw that in the plant. Get off the side here. Yo.
I'm starting to touch cotton.
All right. Well, we're almost done. So you do what you got to do. I'll be here.
Okie dokie. I'll be listening in.
And if we
But
leave before you get back,
on mute.
I said if we're gone before you get back, it was it was a good time.
Yeah. If I don't make it back in time, you guys have a good Sunday.
Right on. Okay. I believe we stirred up enough here. I got a couple plants, not a whole lot, but I don't want to drain this tank of all the good stuff. So we will find my tweezers, plant some root tabs, and we'll go. Then we'll plant those, and then probably gonna have to do a water change on that tank because I made a huge mess. And that'll probably be the day. Alright, let's see. Let's go this way so you can see the substrate. We don't need you anymore. We need you and you. Little green tabs. Works better like this, right? Jam it down in there. Give it the shimmy. Cover the dirt. It gets harder as the thing gets wet. Well, let's go back here. Ow, ow. Man, my arm's not meant to bend that way. I don't know if that is actually in. Kind of lost sight of that one. Well, I guess if it floats up, we know. And we're just fertilizing the water column. Oh! I hit a magnet. Go down here. Do that. And do like 2 more. I'm stuck on all sorts of stuff. Try and keep the water off the bag, dude. Yep. Nope. That one missed. Alright, we'll stick the other one over there. Ah! That's the problem with these root tabs. I swear. Everybody wants to use these little gel things. And there's always air trapped in there, so they just want to float. Alright. It's probably good enough. Whatever. Good enough for now. Right, let's do that water change. Ow! Be gone. You know how many times I wrap this hose up and unwrap this hose like every... It's like the 6th time I've done this today. Clean up some of this mulm that I've stirred up everywhere. I don't want to clog up the thing. So yeah, now I'm going to have to keep up on the hair algae because cleared a lot of that guppy grass out, so if I don't stay up on it, it'll take over. So yeah, I'll pull some out while I can. And I'll put that in the other. And I'll sort through that, make sure there's no shrimp in there, shrimplets. Doesn't look like it. And I'm going to throw that all in the garden. Compost it, I guess. All that guppy grass. It'll break down pretty well. Here's that frog bit. It's kind of struggling in this tank. It's doing really good in 33. You can see it on the top of the... Maybe you can see it on the top. It's like taking over in this tank. It's probably what's helping keep the blackbeard down. And there. Oh, hang on. My phone's on me. I can actually read the chat. Look at this. Okay. Maybe Wendetai. Is that what we're looking at here? That's probably what it is. I believe that's what I bought. What's the other one? That's the real popular one. Lucen, something like that. Lutea, I'm sorry. Crypt Lutea and Crypt Wendetai are the 2 that I remember specifically buying. So, I think this is the Wendetai. Not sure where the Lutea is. They have lasted a lot longer than I thought. Oh, those nylock tabs? Whoa, shrimp! You almost went for a ride there, buddy. I've never tried those nylock tabs, but I mean, I bought those Aquarium Co-op root tabs like a long time ago. Probably when I bought the plants. And I've used them, like I said, maybe this is like the third or fourth time in the years. Probably should have used it more often, honestly. But there is like a good, like these Malaysian trumpet snails, they definitely churn that soil up a lot. So I think that helps keep a lot of the nutrients moving around in the soil, you know what I mean? Keeps it aerated or whatever, fresh, nutrient rich. I think that helps. I don't know. That could be nuts. Best not to pull the plants out. Pull the plants to add ferts. Best not to pull the plants to add ferts. Yeah, well, it was the only plants I pulled were. I don't know if that was to me, but yeah, I try not to pull the plants if I'm fertilizing the roots. I just pulled the plants I was going to take out. All right, let's wrap this up a little bit more. Kill that. And I need more slack on the hose. All right, let's see. Spill water everywhere. Someday I'll get it together. Did I see the August 23rd to August 2023 supermoon? I don't think I did. You need ferts, I will send supply. I will sell. You just hit me up. Yeah, no problem, man. Definitely will. I'm just going to use up what I got. But yeah, I have no problems trying some stuff. I will definitely get with you. Yeah, that green bottle is disturbing. Oh, we're still looking at that. Sorry. Well, it's got nitrogen, water-soluble phosphates, which I don't think we ever need. Soluble potash, which is K2O, which I believe is what I have right here. This. Yeah. What they call K2O is really K2SO4.
Isn't that what they call your mama? K2O.
K2O. Water soluble magnesium, boron, soluble iron. 0.13%. Molybdenum.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Run. I gotta go.
Again? Jeez, dude.
No.
Well, good luck. Have fun with that.
Not with that. I got things to do.
I see how you are. Leaving me high and dry. Nah, that's cool. Do what you gotta do, man.
Love you, everybody.
Say bye to Kirk. And what? That's it.
I just want everybody to know no underwear were harmed in the making of this
it's good to know.
Stream.
It's good to know.
Yeah, but I gotta go though.
All right, man.
I gotta go. I gotta do some stuff.
You got a prior engagement?
I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. I love you all. Bye.
See you, dude. Bye. All right, let me, did he leave? Did he kick himself off, or I'll kick him off for himself? No, he's gone. Cool. Oh, we're almost done here anyway. So let me wrap this up. We'll plant those other plants, and we'll get out of here. Oops. He has a squishy ass. No, he told me he's got something going on with the in-laws today, or his wife's family, sister-in-law maybe. I don't remember. He said that he'll be there for the stream, but he might have to leave early. I'm guessing that's what happened. Here, let me just get the other camera. Just to make life easier. All right. Let's swap the thing back to this. This disgusting tank. I gotta keep up on this one. This one's gonna be a. I do think the light on this tank is not a very good light either. I believe this is. Is this one of the? Yeah, it's a Higer. It's one of those. I don't know. It's alright, I guess. It's not great. Probably part of the reason why we got all that algae. But let's plant some plants, shall we? I'm gonna put this right there. Bury all your roots. Broke that. Get it out of there. Where do you want to put this one? You guys over this way. Go over here. Oh, broke that root. Doesn't help I'm jamming this into like lava rocks either, so. Stick you here. Probably should have done the water change after this. Oh well. The heck is this? Look at this dead dying thing. This poor thing. I'll stick this in my hospital tank. And let the shrimp handle it. Man, this tank, this has seen better days. This was that, this is a type of crypt, but it's got like, it used to have almost like a stalk. I can't remember what it was called. I got it from Dustin's fish tank, and I've got a couple of them from him. And I had most of them in this tank, and they just started doing really, whatever. This whole tank seems to be having an issue. Gonna stick it in here. Bury the roots. Okay. Oh, I just did a water change, so I'm just gonna let it settle down. I might do another water change in a little while. Get rid of some more of this cyanobacteria gunk. It's like just taking up stuff. Look at this. Gross. Gross. Just pull it off in clumps. Should just pull this rock out and rinse it. It's not a bad idea. Look at that. Stirring up the mold. Alright, let me be right back. Let's give this a good scour. I do have, what do you call it? Hydrogen peroxide. Maybe just rinse it real good real quick. Whoa, just got myself wet. Alright, let's stick that back in the tank. We're not going to get too crazy. No, it's already crazy. Ah, I broke the leaf. What is wrong with you? You're supposed to take it easy, man. Alright, enough. Before I make this tank even worse. I'll probably do a water change on this later. Alright. Let's check for babies, shrimp, and the plants that I did take out, and then we'll probably call it. Clean up the sink a little bit. My nose is itching like crazy. The algae's choking up the sink. We'll get it. Don't worry. Okay. Alright. Stick this in with the shrimp. See how it does. We'll let it grow. And we'll check this for babies. Yep, there's a baby right. Well, it's not even a baby, it's a freaking adult. Good thing I checked. Let me get the net. Let me get the shrimp net. Save at least one. Ooh, where'd you go? There you go. Back in the tank, man. Oh no. Celebies almost ate it. Down one shrimp. Let's see if we got any more in here. Nope, looks like it might have just been one. Last call. Last call. Alright. That's it. Dump that out later. Take it out to the backyard. Dump it in the garden. Call it a day. Alright, folks. Yeah, I mix my own ferts, but really don't use much at all. Yeah, I think that's what I'm beginning to discover, man. I think I just need to add the ferts that I'm deficient on. You know what I mean? The ones that I got to figure that out. Like I'm pretty sure on nitrogen is fine. Phosphates definitely seem to be fine. I know that potassium seems to be a little bit on the low end, and from the the plant charts that say like when you have a potassium deficiency, what plants look like, I start to develop a lot of those symptoms. So I'm thinking potassium is one of the things I should be dosing for, and probably some macros or micros, like well, I don't know. We were discovering that iron thing. There's iron in my water, but not in my tank. Well, at least that one tank. Maybe we should test some other tanks. Maybe we'll do that next time. We'll delve a little more into that. We'll get a little more research going. I will try and work on the protein skimmer situation, see if we can come up with a better plan. Other than that, thanks everybody for being here. We will pick it up again next week, which will be episode number 100. Believe it or not. Man, that's a lot of episodes. But yes, thank you everyone. Got any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments or send me an email, whatever you'd like to do. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. And this is probably true, Jeff. The algae's probably using all that iron. Probably, so maybe I need to dose some iron and see what's up. Alright guys, we'll figure it out. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.